Okay, everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm gonna do a short speech based on speech that I wrote for my last week assignment. So the speech is about earthquakes, and so let's just start. They quaked and quaked and quaked again, and the water was flowing all over. Everything drifted away, everything was lost and gone. This is the Battle of Thunderbird, and well, happened a very long time ago, and nobody knows how long it was. That's what went into a story of the Native American Pacific Northwest. And hundreds of years later, we're walking on the moon, and many people believe, and arguably, that is the most advanced thing humans ever done. And in plate tectonics divine theory, all of the science was only 6 years old. And so plate tectonics define how the earth works, and the plate boundaries where new cross is formed. Everything we think of solid is really moving. We can't feel it, all of this, but they're all really moving. And going back to 1960s and Oregon State University and University of Washington, we're studying about sedimentology, and we're studying it grain by grain actually, and it was such a boring stuff, of course. And they took course with a big ship and see those layers. Does a little sandals take up nice and evenly what days are is just a little submarine landslides. And they studied some great detail in Cascadia. Plate tectonics was initiated when it comes about 1961 or to Cascadia with one of places where the help demonstrates this theory. It explains everything. It explains about ring of fire. It explains about the origin of earthquakes and the origin of volcano. But there is one little problem. There's one place in the world that didn't fit in with this theory, and that place is Cascadia. It was because Cascadia have never been hit by any earthquakes, and during 1970, people doing research on this matters, and they have some idea, and the idea was that sediment from Cascadia was from the Columbia River may be lubricated a plate boundary, and it was really not make a sliding way to make it move very quietly, and it was not a very great idea, but it was popular at that time. And there is another idea, and it is because the plate is very fit in from with one another, so there is no place for them to moving. And there is a third idea that nobody accounted upon, that the plate boundary was completely locked, just like as tight as a drum, and it couldn't give a sneak out. A 1985 Canadian geologist named John Adams was the very first guy to suggest that there was evidence about this, that there's an islay out there from Mount Mazama crater lake blown up 7,600 years ago, left ice all over the place, and it was the deep sea in the turbidite. What they found was in the 13th place. Turbidite now was same in every place, and there are 2 submarine rivers carrying sediments. And if you go downstream and have the same number of, the as, it means that they did get there at the same time. So perhaps there was an earthquake happened a very, very long time ago. And there's also some evidence that there was a tsunami hit this place a long time ago. The tsunami arrived in Japan in the year 1700s without the benefits of an earthquake, and Japan has a detail about the tsunami, and reasonable source for it was the Pacific Northwest. So that's how we know that the last Cascadia great earthquake was in the year of 1700 in January 26. Now in this era, we haven't so much safety earthquakes buildings as we all know, and what do we need to do is to prepare more, and this is really important for our humanity right now in 21st century, because we do really need to prepare for any earthquakes. So I think that's enough for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye bye.